Well, Jeremy, not terribly up to date with his Ferrari knowledge there. In fact, the 575 has gone out of production and it's been replaced by this, the 599 GTB Fiorano. Now, that's got a 6-litre V12. It's going to do 200 miles an hour and it will cost you £160,000.
So still 100 more than the Corvette?
Still 100 more.
I can't believe...
I'm stunned by that Corvette. Because I don't think that'll be any faster. But I can't wait to drive it, that said. Can't wait. Anyway, now listen. If you're organising a hen night, OK, obviously the most important thing that you need to remember is something to vomit into.
Yes.
This is usually called a limo. Now, we heard the other day of a chap who's now renting a new kind of limo. We've got a picture of it here. Yes, it's a tank.
Ooh, crikey.
That is a tank.
It is a tank. He's put little windows in it for something for you to hold your breasts up to as you go around.
Oh, Jeremy.
Well, that's what happens. I've seen it. If you look inside, it's got loads of seats, all of which, there you go, all wiped down. This is quite expensive, I have to warn you. One night, £5,000.
How much?
£5,000 plus the cost of actually getting it to Newcastle. So, you know, it is a pricey evening.
It is.
Now, have a look at this. This is an electronic device. It's called the Quick Start. It costs £9.99. You stick it in your cigarette lighter when you're driving in France, and when you turn the car on in the morning, its little electronic voice reminds you to drive on the right.
That might be useful if you're
Reasonable.
a bit thick.
Sounds like a good idea. Actually, it's a complete waste of £9.99. When you get up in the morning, all your luggage has been stolen from the boot and your car's just a burnt-out shell, you'll know you're in France anyway, so why do you do that?
True, you don't need it.
It's a fair point.
That is a fair point. Hey, you know the police have got no way of testing drivers for drugs. Now, you might think, well, so, it's not a very big problem. There's only so many Pete Dohertys driving around. Well, a study has shown this week that at any one time, 20% of young drivers on the road are under the influence of drugs.
20%?
1 in 5. It's a staggering statistic.
There's one.
How did you... How did you get here today? What? You flew? The sirens brought in.
Peugeot 306 spaceship. The thing is, as a result of this problem, the police have had to introduce special tests for drugs.
What tests?
I don't know, it didn't say. I hadn't looked through. I mean, I'm imagining it's things like they, you know, wander up, tap on the window and say, would sir like a Jaffa cake? Feeling peckish?
Well, that works for cannabis. It's not going to work for cocaine, though, is it?
No,
that's going to have to be... Why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Well, I will, actually, since you mention it.
That's true.
1960, that would get
They'd
on
have to vary it. Ecstasy would be easy, because they just say, roll down the window, now, sir, do you love me? Do you want a big hug? Come on, you're
Do you love me? Don't let him drive home.
Take him away.
Don't let him drive home.
To test for speed, they'd have to give the driver a hoover.
Hey?
No, you know when you're at a big party, at the end of it, everybody's asleep. The bloke who's on speed is always hoovering.
The rock and roll years with James May.
You can just imagine the hotel. Oh, I hope Mr. May hasn't trashed his bedroom. Oh, it's immaculate.
Let's get it back to cars, OK?
Well, why not?
Or nearly. There's a new truck, OK, coming from America. Here it is. It'll be on sale in Britain in July. It's called the Dodge Caliber. Right-hand drive. Do you want to know how much that is? 11,500 quid.
Is that all?
Yeah, 11,500 quid. That is what? 6 times less than a Range Rover.
Yes.
How have they done that?
Well, it's 6 times smaller than a Range Rover.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not joking. It is actually the size of a Golf. It's a 1.8 two-wheel drive family hatchback designed to look like that. They're actually in trouble in America because they've been advertising and they've dubbed the V8 soundtrack over the ad.
To make it look big?
Yeah, they've just got, look at this! And it's tiny.
It's like me, that car.
It's not.
It is because people think it's further away than it really is. I get it all the time. People come up to shake my hand and they stick their finger in my eye. They're like, oh, I thought you were over there, and you're here.
No, that's absolutely right, because I'm often talking to someone about what a cock he is, thinking he's right over the other side of the room.
And I'm here.
And then actually he turns out to be standing right next to me.
The things I hear like that.
That is the world's most pointless car.
Good, well, we sorted that.
The end.
Now look at this, there's a bloke stole a Mercedes McLaren SLR, which is one of the fastest cars in the world.
Yeah.
We agreed, it's right at the top of our board. But it was fitted with one of those tracker devices, so the police could trace it. They caught him after 40 minutes. Do you know how far he'd gone in that time? 12 miles.
What was he doing?
The least ambitious thief in the world.
That's an average speed of 18 miles per hour.
Why did he nick it?
I don't know, but I would like to appeal to him if he's been let out by the Home Secretary, which he almost certainly has been.
Very good.
If you'd like to steal a motor vehicle and travel around the place at 80 miles an hour, could you please nick my Honda 90? Thanks.
Now, I am forever being stopped by people saying, I'd love to go to work in a canoe.
Oh, God, that happens to me all the time
It's
as well.
annoying.
I know.
But they say, the thing is, compared to a car, they're just so boring. Can you help? Well, funnily enough,